IPFW women's basketball this week before Christmas with not one, not two, but three losses all in a row. At Duquesne last Sunday, at Butler last Thursday, and at home against the University of Detroit on Friday. But this afternoon, on this Sunday before Christmas, the Dons will try to correct those wrongs as they get ready to entertain a very, very good St. Bonaventure team. Hi, everybody. I'm Mike Maz. Welcome to IPFW women's basketball here on CATV. It's the Sunday before Christmas. IPFW 4-6 now on the season, taking on St. Bonaventure out of the Atlantic 10 Conference. The Bonnies 9-2. Defensive-minded team that allows less than 59 points per game. IPFW wants to be able to hit some shots. They missed their first 12 on Friday night against the University of Detroit. Chris Paul says if he can find anyone on his squad that can hit some baskets, the team could win this game. It's IPFW and St. Bonaventure. Sunday afternoon basketball is coming up next right here on CATV.
I guess I'm like most kids. I work hard, I go to class, and I want a degree that's going to mean something. I had offers from other universities, but I wanted the best out of my college choice. I wanted a great education and the campus life to go with it. Student housing, Division I sports, I found it all right here at IPFW. Hey, this is my university, my life, so it's got to feel right. I'm really glad I chose IPFW. I love it here. Go to the website.
Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne, one university, two great names.
What can dinosaur tracks teach us about those long extinct creatures? On this month's edition of IPFW Up Close, we'll discuss Professor Jim Farlow's recent trip to Spain to track those tracks. Do teachers teach differently from one country to another? Professor Jeff Nowak was in Macedonia this summer teaching teachers to teach. We'll talk to him about that experience and about the new NISTEM program. And we'll talk with the campus coordinator of the United Way Fund Drive to find out more about where your contributions are going. Join me, Susan Alderman, for IPFW Up Close, Sundays at noon.
Everybody, and welcome to the Hilliard Gate Sports Center here on the campus of IPFW in Fort Wayne, Indiana. I'm Mike Maz, and we are moments away from getting this Sunday afternoon women's basketball game started between the Bonnies of Bonaventure University out of Western New York State and the IPFW Mastodons. As I said a moment ago, IPFW in the midst of a three-game losing streak. They are 4-6 overall, still tied for first place in the Summit League with a record of 2-0 in the conference. St. Bonaventure in the midst of a 10-game road trip. This is game number 7 out of those 10, but they have won their last 4 in a row, including a 43-41 win over Fairleigh Dickinson on Friday night. The Bonnies 9-2 overall after having won 16 games a year ago. Let's bring you the starting lineups for St. Bonaventure. At one forward will be Dana Mitchell. She is a 6'1 sophomore from Ferris Hills, Pennsylvania. At another forward will be Erica Schiefen. She's a 6-foot junior from Elmira Heights, New York. Three guards, Tiara Johnson, a 5'9 junior from Kansas City, Missouri. Andrea Donath, a 5'11 sophomore from East Lansing, Michigan. And Caitlin Murray, a 5'8 junior out of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. The head coach at St. Bonaventure in his 8th year is Jim Crowley. He has a record with the Bonnies of 78 wins and 131 losses. Now for IPFW. Their starters, and there is one change in their lineup. At one guard, John Lewis Carlisle, 5'6 senior out of Lexington, Kentucky. At another guard, Haluska. Sarah's a 5'10 freshman from Aliquippa, Pennsylvania. The third guard is Jordan Zook, 5'7", also a freshman and also out of Aliquippa. Up front will be Tina Moen, a 6-foot junior from Oslo, Norway. And also getting the start this afternoon will be Natalie Roberts. Natalie is a 6'1 senior from Connersville, Indiana. And head coach, as you see him on your screen, is Chris Paul in his second full season, and he's assisted by Jenny Green, Alex Webster, and Hillary O'Connell with Rich Riles, the athletic trainer. Our officials this afternoon will be Brian Enderline, Erica Harriman, and Rod Creech. St. Bonaventure wearing two-toned brown uniforms, dark brown, almost like a tan, with white numbering, white letters saying Bonnies on the front, the numbers in white front and back. IPFW wearing their home white uniforms with blue trim, blue numbers front and back, and the letters IPFW in blue trimmed in white on the front. In the first half, the Mastodons will be going from left to right on your television screen. We also want to welcome those of you watching over the internet at college56.org back in New York State. As those of you there can root your Bonnies on. We are underway, and the opening tip is controlled by St. Bonaventure. IPFW will play a man-to-man defense to start things out. With the basketball is Tiara Johnson, and they get it into Mitchell. Mitchell, turnaround jumper is good. Dana Mitchell averaging 19 points per contest. And very quickly it is 2-0. He's told by head coach Jim Crowley that St. Bonaventure will play man-to-man defense the entire way today. Jordan Zoop into the corner to Moen. Natalie Roberts, left-hand shot up and in. Natalie paying dividends early. We're tied at 2. Back come the Bonnies. Tiara Johnson on the wing to Andrea Donath. Back to Johnson. She wants to drive. Shot no good. Moen with the board to Jonna Lewis Carlisle. Jonna kicks it out to Sarah Haluska. We played just over a minute. We're tied at 2. Roberts again in a low post. Misses the shot. Johnson with the rebound. Back comes St. Bonaventure. Inside feed to Mitchell, and her shot is no good, but she has fouled, and she'll shoot a couple. Tina Moen picks up the foul, her first. Team first. So Dana Mitchell, who is an 82% free throw shooter, will shoot 2. And the first one is good. Jim Crowley said he's very happy to have this 6'1" sophomore back for 2 more years after this one's over. Second free throw good as well. So right now the score is Dana Mitchell, team first. So Dana Mitchell, who is an 82% free throw shooter, will shoot 2. And the first one is good. Jim Crowley said he's very happy to have this 6'1" sophomore back for 2 more years after this one's over. Second free throw good as well. So right now the score is Dana Mitchell 4, IPFW 2. And the Mastodons have the basketball. Jonna Lewis Carlisle wants to penetrate, forces a shot up, that's no good. Fight for the rebound and is picked off by St. Bonaventure. And we get Donath. Now hands it off, 3-point effort, no good by Caitlin Murray. Jordan Zoop pulls it away. Back and forth we go. Played nearly 2 minutes. IPFW trailing 4-2. Inside to Roberts. Natalie again. That left-hand shot is good. All 4 IPFW points scored by the senior from Connersville. We're tied at 4. IPFW staying in a man-to-man defense. Johnson wants to drive. Shot off the glass. No. Rebounded by Sarah Haluska. IPFW looks like they want to run a little bit. Inside pass intended for Roberts, taken away by Mitchell. And she's going to go coast to coast. Pull up 6-footer is good. Well, Mitchell gives St. Bonaventure a 6-4 lead, and we've played 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Sarah Haluska to Moen, and Tina will launch a 3. In and out, no. Fighting for her own rebound, we got a whistle and a jump ball called, and possession will stay with IPFW. First substitution for IPFW this afternoon, Chelsea Jackson, number 4, a 5'7" freshman from Flint, Michigan, and Courtney Reed, number 14, a 5'7" sophomore from Fort Laramie, Ohio, coming in. Tina Moen will inbound the basketball. 17:06 left here in the first half. Natalie Roberts. Now they get it back up top of the key. Moen pull up 12-footer off the rim, no. Scrum for the rebound. It's pulled down by Mitchell, and now St. Bonaventure has some numbers. It'll kick off. Doneth, shot no good. Roberts with the rebound. St. Bonaventure and IPFW now both 2 of 6 from the floor here in the early going. Chelsea Jackson from downtown, no good. And being forced out of bounds is Johnson. They're going to call a foul on Sarah Haluska. For IPFW this afternoon, Chelsea Jackson, number 4, a 5'7" freshman from Flint, Michigan, and Courtney Reed, number 14, a 5'7" sophomore from Fort Laramie, Ohio, coming in. Tina Moen will inbound the basketball. 17:06 left here in the first half. Natalie Roberts. Now they get it back up top of the key. Moen pull up 12-footer off the rim, no. Scrum for the rebound. It's pulled down by Mitchell, and now St. Bonaventure has some numbers. It'll kick off. Doneth, shot no good. Roberts with the rebound. St. Bonaventure and IPFW now both 2 of 6 from the floor here in the early going. Chelsea Jackson from downtown, no good. And being forced out of bounds is Johnson, and they're going to call a foul on Sarah Haluska. Her first, team second. And coming in will be Kayla Kovach for IPFW. Kayla, a 6-foot freshman from Lakewood, Ohio. Natalie Roberts will have a seat. Dana Mitchell bringing the ball up the floor for the Bonnies. Caitlin Murray wants to drive, and it's cut off. Lob pass for Mitchell, shot up and in. Mitchell has all 8 St. Bonaventure points. The Bonnies are up 8-4. Chelsea Jackson, the freshman from Flint, to Moen. Drive by Chelsea, and it's good. Nice left-handed shot. Her first points. 8-6 now the score. Keandra Johnson brings it up over midcourt. And IPFW staying in a man-to-man defense. Johnson kicks it out. They work it into the corner. Left-handed three-pointer, no good by Erica Schiefen. Sarah Haluska started to run. Now she pulls it back. Jackson taking it inside and off the glass and in. Chelsea Jackson with 4. And a 30-second timeout. 30-second timeout called by St. Bonaventure. And you see the IPFW team in their huddle. Yep, Chelsea Jackson with 4 points. Natalie Roberts with 4 points for IPFW. And Dana Mitchell has all 8 points for St. Bonaventure. Keys to the victory, according to head coach Jim Crowley today. He said he needed his team to play our game. They want to stretch out the IPFW defense, and they definitely want to control the tempo. They will not run very often. Occasionally, but not often. They just want to slow the pace down and make IPFW work on the defensive end. IPFW, conversely, they need to make some shots. They need to rebound well, and so far they have out-rebounded St. Bonaventure 7-3. And somebody's got to step up and make a shot. Here we go. St. Bonaventure with the basketball. Again, we're tied at 8. Kara Gustafson, number 22, into the lineup. Schiefen, watched now by Nan Moore. Ball knocked away and stolen by Chelsea Jackson. The freshman brings it up. Kicks it off to Lewis Carlisle, and Jana misses her first shot attempt of the day. It was a 3. We're still tied at 8 with less than 15 minutes to go here in the first half. Tiara Johnson gives up the dribble, tries to lob it in. Ball knocked away by Lewis Carlisle, but picked up by Johnson. He tried to get Medipira Mallow involved in the offense. 7 on the shot clock. Johnson taking it strong. Left-hand shot off the glass and in. Tara Johnson with her first points. St. Bonaventure retakes the lead, 10-8. What a fast-paced first half so far. John Lewis Carlisle just inside the three-point arc, knocks it down. We're tied once again at 10. Back and forth we go as we near the 14-minute mark. 10-10 ball game. Mallow watched by Kovac. Make that taking it in is Gustafson, and she misses the shot. Lewis Carlisle drives, pull-up jumper, and oh, they're going to say she traveled. Well, that'll bring us to a timeout. 13:44 left here in the first half. Our score, IPFW 10, St. Bonaventure 10, and you're watching IPFW women's basketball on CATV.
Size is small. I've gone away to a college with a beautiful campus.
I've gone away to a college that cares about diversity.
I've gone away to a college where I get to live in my own apartment instead of living in a dorm room.
I've gone away to a college that really isn't that far away at all.
I go to IPFW.
IPFW.
I go to IPFW.
To find out more about college life at IPFW, go to our website. Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne. One university, two great names.
Hi, I'm Russell Simmons. Today I want to talk to you about a very important subject, cruelty to animals. Emmy was a victim of cruelty and someone did something about it. Someone called the ASPCA and put an end to it, because Emmy can't talk. The fact is, animals are abused all over this country and people sit by and do nothing. It's not slick or fly or cool, none of that. It's just cruel. If you're aware of any animal abuse, go to aspca.org to find out what you can do now to make a difference. She can't do it for herself.
Back to the action here at the Hilliard Gate Sports Center. You see Shauna Lewis Carlisle there with a pull-up jumper. Leading scorer for IPFW on the season, averaging just under 20 points per contest. We're tied at 10. St. Bonaventure in the brown uniforms with the basketball, going from right to left here in the first half. Lob pass down low, and Dana Mitchell banks it off the glass and in. She already has 10 points. The Bonnies retake the lead, 12-10. Nan Moore Jr. out of Detroit to John Lewis Carlisle. Back to Moore, kicks it out to Chelsea. And she's going to drive, force a shot up and miss it. Oh my, they call her for a travel. That is the fourth turnover on IPFW here in the first half. St. Bonaventure has turned it over once. So 13-10 and counting. St. Bonaventure Bonnies at the Atlantic 10 Conference bring the ball up the floor. And the lineup now is Amelia Horton, their number 25. She's looking for somebody to throw it to. Dana Mitchell. Lewis Carlisle went for the steal and didn't get it. Jumper is short. Putting it back up, missing it again is Horton. Getting it a third time. Third time is the charm for Amelia in the sense that she'll get to shoot a couple of free throws. Foul on IPFW is on Natalie Roberts. Her first, team third. So Armelia Horton, 5'10" freshman from Harlem, knocks down the first one. Her first point. St. Bonaventure now 3 of 3 at the free throw line. Chelsea Jackson sits down. Jordan Zoop back on the floor for IPFW. Each team has made 5 field goals thus far, but St. Bonaventure has made 3 and 3 free throws. Missed one there, but the Bonnies get the offensive board. And a fresh 30 seconds to work with. Horton watched by Lewis Carlisle. Johnson, top of the key. 13 in the shot clock. Johnson taking it off of Moore. Shot no good. Ball tipped up to Horton. Horton's shot is no good, but they're going to call Natalie Roberts for her second quick foul. Team fourth. And Armelia Horton goes back to the line to shoot 2 more. On the season, she is a 63% free throw shooter. And the first one is good. Kayla Kovac, Courtney Reed in for IPFW, Jordan Zoop and Natalie Roberts sit down. 12:19 left in the half. St. Bonaventure on top 14-10. One more free throw coming for Amelia Horton. And that is good. Well, IPFW with some work to do as we near the 12-minute mark. More into the corner to Holuska. They do a clear out. Sarah backs in. Spin shot off the rim. No. Rebounded by Mitchell. And the Bonnies have numbers 3-on-2. And Mitchell goes coast to coast. And nobody touched her. That will not make Chris Hall very happy. 12 points now for Dana Mitchell. It's 17-10 St. Bonaventure. Kovac loses the ball, but it's last touched by a Bonnie. And we have timeout on the floor. 11:44 left here in the half. It is St. Bonaventure 17 and IPFW 10. And we're back to the gates here in a moment here on CATV.
That book was all right.
You know, if she continues to spill product at a rate of 3 per hour, unit cost, say 60 cents. Factor in breakage, downtime, lost sales. You're looking at $2,400 a month. Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne. One university, two great names.
Parents, there's something you can do to protect your kids from drugs and alcohol. Combine ground beef with egg, tomato sauce, breadcrumbs, and spices. Bake in an oven-safe pan at 350 for 50 minutes. Serve hot.
This is Jamie Lee Curtis. Children who eat dinner with their families are less likely to smoke, drink, or use drugs. So, have dinner together every day.
Delicious.
A message from CASA, the National Center on Addiction and Substance Abuse at Columbia University.
Here you see St. Bonaventure running the break. Dana Mitchell got the rebound, took it coast to coast, and nobody in a white uniform laid a finger on her. 2 of her 12 first half points. IPFW with the ball. China Lewis Carlisle will launch a 3 and hit it. Lewis Carlisle with 5 points. 17-13 now. The St. Bonaventure lead is just 4 with 11.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Horton on the right side to Gustafson. Watched by Kovac. Here's Mitchell. Skip pass. Horton wants to drive. Has it knocked away momentarily. They kick it out. Murray, no good. Lewis Carlisle with the rebound. Here comes IPFW now on the attack. Jana going all the way. The shot no good. Let's see if they call the foul before the shot. Rod Creech is going to make the call. He's going to call the foul on Kara Gustafson. And that is the first St. Bonaventure foul of this game. Wholesale substitutions. Erica Schiefen, Tiara Johnson, and Andrea Donath back on the floor. And IPFW inbounds the basketball. Down by 4. Jana Lewis Carlisle kicks it out to Moen. Tina will launch an 18-footer. Good! Tina Moen playing in front of her mom and dad, who are here from Oslo, Norway, to watch their daughter play. Brings the Dons to within 2 at 17-15. And you can see IPFW staying in a man-to-man defense. Murray got free for a 3 and knocked it down. First points of the day for Caitlin Murray. She is averaging 9.5 points per contest. Holuska kicks it out to Kovac, and Kayla launches a 3. Ew, off the rim, no. Holuska lost it. That ball went halfway down the cylinder. So as we near the midway mark of the first half, St. Bonaventure with a 5-point lead in the basketball. Horton wants to drive on Haluska and knocks it off the glass and in. 5 points now for Amelia Horton. John Lewis Carlisle, pull-up jumper, off the rim, no. Loose ball, who's got it? Kovac fights for it, and Kayla will be guilty of a foul. Her first, team fifth. Chelsea Jackson back in for Sarah Haluska. Final game for IPFW before Christmas and New Year's. The next action will take place in the Dakotas the first full weekend of January. Tara Johnson, top of the key, wants to drive on John Lewis Carlisle. Kick it out. Oh my, little elbow action. Tina Mullen played some good defense. IPFW gets the ball. Chelsea Jackson wants to move. And she holds it back. And Tina Mullen is called for a travel. That is turnover number 6 on the Dons. Well, right now, IPFW 7 of 16 from the floor, and St. Bonaventure 8 of 19 from the floor. Natalie Roberts will check back in to replace Kayla Kovac. 9:02 left here in the first half on this chilly Sunday afternoon in Fort Wayne. Tara Johnson. Gustafson will hand it off. Left-handed three-point shot is no good by Schiefen. John Lewis Carlisle kicks it out to Courtney Reed, working on the perimeter. Chelsea Jackson, a three, way off the mark. IPFW now 1 of 6 in three-point shots. And Schiefen has it knocked out of her hands. Jordan Zook, whose mom and dad made the trip from Malacopa, Pennsylvania, and are in the stands this afternoon, back in for IPFW. Donath inbounds it to Murray. To Johnson. Back to Donath. Inside pass. Shot is missed, however, by Megan Ellis, and we got a foul. And Ellis commits the personal. That is her first, team second. So IPFW down 22-15 will bring the ball up the floor as we get close to the 8-minute mark here in the first half. Jordan Zoop. John Lewis Carlisle knocks down a jumper. Jonna now with 7 points. 22-17, the lead cut to 5. Johnson to Donath, back to Johnson. Into the corner. Caitlin Murray looks. 10 on the shot clock. Donath driving on Roberts, and she travels. Second turnover on St. Bonaventure. That brings us to a timeout. 7:32 here left here in the first half. Our score, St. Bonaventure 22, IPFW 17. And you're watching IPFW Women's Basketball on CATV.
Dad, you know we love kids, and I've made a decision that will totally change my life. Cameron's too. It's a huge responsibility, leading someone into, who knows, communication or science or math. That's what life's all about, right? Learning so you can pass on knowledge to younger minds. Dad, Mom, I want to be a teacher.
Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne. One university, 2 great names.
Life is good, but with a master's degree from IPFW, it could be even better. You could land a promotion, earn more money, become a leader in your field. And IPFW makes it easy, with affordable tuition, night and weekend classes, and more than 20 graduate programs from business to education to public affairs and more. Become the master of your future. Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne, your graduate university.
Pull-up jumper by the talented senior Jonna Lewis Carlisle, 2 of her 7 first-half points. It's brought IPFW to within 5 at 22-17, and now the Dons will see if they can cut into it even more. Jonna Lewis Carlisle. Lob pass to Roberts. Natalie forces a shot up, no good. Zoop with an offensive rebound. Her shot is no good. And now we're going to have a whistle and a reach-in foul on Jordan Zoop. That is her first, team 6th. Coming in is Dana Mitchell for St. Bonaventure, and checking out is Megan Ellis. There you see Chris Paul exhorting his charges on. IPFW trying to snap a 3-game losing streak this afternoon. Caitlin Murray from 3-point range is good. Murray's second tray, she has a half a dozen. And St. Bonaventure has their biggest lead at 7, 24-17. And Atiki is on the floor for the first time, a sophomore from Kokomo, number 2. Natalie Roberts inside, knocks it down. Natalie getting the start this afternoon because Samantha Edwards is out ill. And she has 6 first-half points. Caitlin Murray watched by Hannah Tiki. Inside pass from Mitchell. Off the glass and in. It's 26-19. As we near the 6-minute mark. Again, Don's trying to get inside to Roberts. Natalie, spin move, right-hand shot, no good, but she draws the foul. Let's see who they call that foul on. It's going to be on Erica Schiefen, her first, team 3rd. Natalie Roberts coming into this game hitting just under 70% of her free throws and gets the friendly roll there. That is her 7th point. She'll get one more. We bring the Dons to within 5. And she does. 2 for 2 at the line for Natalie Roberts. It is 26-21, and she'll take a seat and get a little bit of a rest. Gina Mullen back in for her. Schiefen and player control foul called on Dana Mitchell. Her first, team 4th. Ryan Enterline there in your picture making the call. So with 5:44 left, IPFW going to try to get even closer to St. Bonaventure. Tina Mullen goes strong, shot off the glass, and pops out. Tiara Johnson with the rebound. She's going to bring it all the way up the floor herself. Cross-court pass to Caitlin Murray. Back to Johnson, 5:23 left in the half. 26-21, St. Bonaventure. Schiefen to Johnson, 6 on the shot clock. And she loses it to Reed, Zoop, and a timeout call. IPFW had possession according to Rod Creech. And it is a 30-second timeout called by head coach Chris Paul. 5:08 left in the half. And those of you that may be watching basketball for the first time, each team here gets 5 timeouts. 1 60-second timeout, 4 30s. And here you see an inbounds pass to Dana Mitchell, who banked it off the glass and in. Mitchell has 14 points already, averaging 19 points a contest. So IPFW with 5:08 left, trailing 26-21, will have the basketball. And John Lewis Carlisle plays the point guard. Zoop! Shot no good. Johnson rebounds it. Skip passing on the perimeter. Murray for three. Third three-point field goal for Caitlin Murray. Makes, they're calling it a long two. Well, one of the officials went up with both arms. Do they count the bucket? Yes, they do. Foul is on Tiara Johnson. And John Lewis Carlisle, as we take a look at the replay. Jana penetrates, there's the bump. And the shot, the foul. And the free throw as well. John Lewis Carlisle now with 10 points. 29-24 with less than 4.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Kara Gustafson up top to Murray. Murray is fouled by Tina Mullen, and she'll shoot two. For Tina, that is her second personal. Team 7th. Caitlin Murray on the year is hitting just 60% of her free throws, but this is the first one there. Sarah Haluska checking in now for Tina Mullen. One more free throw coming for Caitlin Murray, and Caitlin is a 5'8" junior out of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. And that free throw is good. So now Murray has 9 points. It is 30-24. As we near the 4-minute mark. Chelsea Jackson, that left-hand shot off the rim, no. Fight for the rebound, Lewis Carlisle takes it up. Doesn't get the friendly roll. Stolen by Jana. Kicks it out to Hannah Tiki. Good offensive work on the boards by IPFW. Lewis Carlisle for three. Boy, excellent work all the way around by IPFW. Pounding the glass, working it on the perimeter, and John Lewis Carlisle down a three-point shot. Coming right back and forcing up a shot is Andrea Donath. Draws the foul. And we have timeout on the floor. 3:29 left until the intermission. It's St. Bonaventure 30, IPFW 27. And we're back to the Gate Center in a moment right here on CA TV.
Do you have everything you need? Paper, pencils? We only ask that you do your best. And make you a snack.
Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne. One university, two great names.
I can no longer make my mortgage payment.
We won't be able to make our mortgage.
I can't pay my mortgage right now.
Life throws everyone lots of curves. Sometimes it's a loss of income or an expensive health emergency. If that happens to you, call the people expecting your payment and let them know. They'll want to work something out. So at the first sign of payment trouble, call. They can help, but only if they know you need help. To learn more, visit homeloanlearningcenter.com. That's homeloanlearningcenter.com.
Here you see a lot of work by IPFW offensively. The drive by Chelsea Jackson, that's no good, but Haluska kicks it out. John Lewis Carlisle couldn't make the shot. Johnny gets the ball back. They work it around, and you will see John Carlisle knock down a three. Good hustle by everybody in a white uniform. Back to the live action, knocking down the first of two free throws is Andrea Donath. That's her first point of the afternoon, makes it 31-27. And the next one good as well. So Donath with two at the stripe. The Bonnies up by 5, 32-27. Sarah Haluska with the basketball to Jonna Lewis Carlisle. Chelsea Jackson. Boy, the Dons are working it on the perimeter. Tiki taking it strong. Blocking foul called. Oh, had to hold your breath for a second. Amelia Horton charged with the personal, her first, team sixth. Quick question of doubt as to whether the feet were planted or not, but in the eyes of the officials, they were not. So Hannah Tiki, who hit her first 13 free throw attempts this season before missing one, knocks that one down. That is her first point. And IPFW draws to within 4. Jordan Zook back in. Courtney Reed sits down. Tiara Johnson in for St. Bonaventure. Caitlin Murray has a seat. One more free throw coming for Hannah Tiki. And that is good. IPFW 5 of 5 at the free throw line so far today. They trail by 3 with 3:05 left here in the first half at the Hilliard Gate Sports Center. Inside to Mitchell. She's double teamed. Looks for help. And sharp play. Threw it off the leg, I believe, of Chelsea Jackson. 16 on the shot clock. 2:56 on the first half game clock. And Mitchell banks one off the glass and in. So it is now 34-29. Jackson hits the floor. Players galore hit the floor, and timeout called by IPFW, a 30-second timeout. Comes with 2:41 left in the half. Again, IPFW playing their final game of 2007. They'll enjoy a few days off. According to head coach Chris Paul, they're going to stay away from the court for 4 days. For tickets to IPFW athletic events, call 260-481-6000, or you can go to the IPFW Athletics website at gomastodons.com. Again, the phone number is 260-481-6000, and the website, gomastodons.com, for tickets to IPFW athletic events. 2:41 left until the break. 34-29 our score. St. Bonaventure out of Olean, New York. And if you're wondering where that is, it's an hour and a half south of Buffalo and an hour and a half east of Erie, Pennsylvania. School founded in 1858. Jonna Lewis Carlisle gets the inbounds pass. Wants to drive on Donath, and instead kicks it out. And gets the return pass. 2.5 minutes left in the half. Jonna, pull up 12-footer. No, wide of the mark, and goes out of bounds. Not sure that was the number one choice of shots for Jonna. I think she wanted to either look for a screen or perhaps penetrate a little closer. IPFW now 11 of 29 from the floor. Donath wants to drive, spin move. Oh, might have walked. Missed the shot. Loose ball. Picked up by Hannah Tiki. Dons with numbers. Tiki will launch a three. Off the rim, no, but Lewis Carlisle outduels her teammate for it. Jonna off the glass and in. Jonna Lewis Carlisle. 15 first half points. Now an errant pass. Oh, they say last touched, perhaps by Sarah Haluska. 1:44 left in the half. 34-31, the Dons trail by 3. Andrea Donath to inbound it right in front of the IPFW bench. Gets it into Mallow, who up top to Tiara Johnson. IPFW staying in a man-to-man defense. There is Horton. Wants to drive on Tiki. Spin move. Forces a shot up. No good. Tiki with the rebound. Boy, good defense by Hannah. Here comes Jordan Zook. Kicks it out to Johnson. Back to Tiki, and she walks. Third time IPFW has been called for that little travel, that little step that the gals are taking, the one extra one. Caitlin Murray back in, replacing Amelia Horton. Mary Mello will inbound it to Tiara Johnson. Down to 1:12 left in the half. The Bonnies up by 3 on the road. In search of their 5th win in a row. Murray for 3. Nope, make it a long 2. She now is in double figures. 11 points. Zoop will try a long shot and hit it. Nope. Boy, they are right on the edge of the line. But Jordan Zoop in the books with the deuce. Down to 40 seconds left in the half. Oh, nearly knocked away by Jackson. Ball is loose. Haluska picks it up. IPFW could tie it with a 3. Close to within a point with a deuce. 2.5 second differential game clock and shot clock. We're down to 20 seconds and a half. Big possession. Zoop kicks it out to Chelsea Jackson. Pull up, loses the ball. And here is Donath. And has it knocked away? No, banked it off the glass and in, and Tiki fouls her. With 5.1 seconds left. Andrea Donath's first field goal. And Hannah Tiki's first foul. Donath will be at the line for 1. She's already knocked down 2 free throws this afternoon. 81% free throw shooter coming in. And that one's perfect. So a critical 3-point play with 5 seconds to go. Makes the lead 39-33. John Lewis Carlisle, last shot of the half off the rim, no good. And that will do it. 20 minutes in the books here at the Hilliard Gate Sports Center. As the two teams head for their respective locker rooms, it's the Bonnies of St. Bonaventure with a 39-33 lead over the IPFW Mastodons. We'll take a break and talk about a few things when we return. Again, it's 39-33 Bonnies at the half, and you are watching IPFW Women's Basketball on CA-TV.
I guess I'm like most kids. I work hard, I go to class, and I want a degree that's going to mean something. I had offers from other universities, but I wanted the best out of my college choice. I wanted a great education and the campus life to go with it. Student housing, Division I sports, I found it all right here at IPFW. Hey, this is my university, my life, so it's got to feel right. I'm really glad I chose IPFW. I love it here. Go to the website.
Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne, one university, 2 great names.
You might be surprised to know the biggest dangers your pet faces are everyday dangers, like drinking from puddles, being boarded, squirrels in the park, and fleas and ticks. Being a pet is risky business. That's why it's important for every pet to receive a risk assessment and wellness exam twice a year. A risk assessment from your veterinary professionals helps create a unique risk profile for your dog or cat. Your veterinarian can then develop a disease protection plan that's right for your pet and the disease threats in your area. Best of all, twice-a-year exams help your veterinarian detect, treat, or prevent health problems before they become serious. So reduce the risks. Contact your veterinarian today for your pet's wellness exam, because being a pet is risky business. A message from the American Veterinary Medical Association and your local veterinarians. What can dinosaur tracks teach us about those long extinct creatures? On this month's edition of IPFW Up Close, we'll discuss Professor Jim Farlow's recent trip to Spain to track those tracks. Do teachers teach differently from one country to another? Professor Jeff Nowak was in Macedonia this summer teaching teachers to teach. We'll talk to him about that experience and about the new NISTEM program. And we'll talk with the campus coordinator of the United Way Fund Drive to find out more about where your contributions are going. Join me, Susan Alderman, for IPFW Up Close, Sundays at noon.
Pizza! Pizza! I must eat. Wait, what is this? Capsicum annum? Agaricus bisporus? Allium cepa? Can we eat this? Peppers, mushrooms, and onions. Eat your pizza, man. Honey.
Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne. One university, two great names.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Hilliard Gate Sports Center here on the campus of IPFW. I'm Mike Maz, and we are at halftime of our Sunday before Christmas encounter between the IPFW Mastodons and the St. Bonaventure Bonnies. The Bonnies are a member of the Atlantic 10 Conference, the second Atlantic 10 Conference team that IPFW has played in the last 8 days. And at the break, it's St. Bonaventure on top, 39-33. They have led throughout, and they have a very talented sophomore forward named Dana Mitchell, who has really put on a show, as she has scored 16 first-half points, including the first 8 Bonnie points of the afternoon. We mentioned that St. Bonaventure comes into this game with a record of 9-2, and IPFW is 4-6, and the Dons are trying to snap a 3-game losing streak. So we'll see what happens in the second half. But again, the Dons are trailing at the break 39-33. We'll take another break. We're going to try to come up with a special guest for you if we can, but that's after this timeout. It's IPFW trailing St. Bonaventure 39-33 at the intermission, and we're back to the Hilliard Gate Sports Center in a couple of moments right here on CATV.
I've gone away to a college where the class size is small. I've gone away to a college with a beautiful campus.
I've gone away to a college that cares about diversity.
I've gone away to a college where I get to live in my own apartment instead of living in a dorm room.
I've gone away to a college that really isn't that far away at all.
I go to IPFW.
IPFW.
I go to IPFW.
To find out more about college life at IPFW, go to our website. Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne. One university, two great names.
What do triglycerides or trigs have to do to get noticed? Heart disease and stroke? Really? We should pay her more attention. Normal triglycerides are below 150. High triglycerides increase your risk of heart disease. And if you're a woman, that risk goes up even more. After standing in the shadows of good and bad cholesterol, triglyceride, also known as the forgotten fat, is ready to share the spotlight and the attention. Next time you have your cholesterol or blood fats tested, ask your doctor about the role triglycerides play in your heart health. Remember to ask your doctor about the good, the bad, and the forgotten fat. For more information on all of your blood fats, the good, the bad, and the forgotten, go to ForgottenFat.com. And remember, normal triglycerides are under 150.
This message brought to you by Sister to Sister, working together for healthy hearts.
What can dinosaur tracks teach us about those long extinct creatures? On this month's edition of IPFW Up Close, we'll discuss Professor Jim Farlow's recent trip to Spain to track those tracks. Do teachers teach differently from one country to another? Professor Jeff Nowak was in Macedonia this summer teaching teachers to teach. We'll talk to him about that experience and about the new NISTEM program. And we'll talk with the campus coordinator of the United Way Fund Drive to find out more about where your contributions are going. Join me, Susan Alderman, for IPFW Up Close, Sundays at noon.
Are you in there?
What's up? The show's at 7. Whoa.
Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne. One university, two great names.
Back to the Hilliard Gate Sports Center, everybody. Again, it's halftime, and you see our score up on the screen. St. Bonaventure, 39, IPFW, 33. Mentioned before, so you get a look at some of the IPFW cheerleaders. St. Bonaventure came into this game with a record of 9-2, and that ties their best mark for the start of a season in school history. And they are in the 10-game road trip. They have played 6 games on the road thus far. And now this is number 7 as we see some first half highlights. And there's a good basket made there by Natalie Roberts of IPFW. There you see number 5. That's Dana Mitchell, a 6'1 sophomore. And she gets the pass again, and she has that ability for that pull-up jumper. Now IPFW off the inbounds pass. Jonna Lewis Carlisle knocks down a 3. Downs with the ball again. Tina Mullen just inside the 3-point line. Makes the shot. Armelia Horton off the glass and in for the Bonnies. And they kick it outside. Caitlin Murray with a long shot. Back comes IPFW. Lob pass back into Natalie Roberts. Now here's Jordan Zook. Jonna Lewis Carlisle, a little bump action. Made the bucket and drew the foul. Mitchell again off the glass and in. And here was a play where IPFW was not going to be denied. Jonna Lewis Carlisle off the glass and in. A little bit of long shot by St. Bonaventure. Jordan Zook knocks down a long one. And here's a play where Chelsea Jackson just couldn't hang out of the ball. And there's Andrea Donath, and she takes it the length of the floor and knocks it home. Again, part of the first half action here at the Gates Center. 39-33, the Bonnies up by 6 as you get a look at the IPFW pep band in action. Here are some of the numbers. St. Bonaventure 14 of 29 from the floor for 48%, 2 of 5 from three-point range for 40%, and they've hit 9 out of 11 free throws. That's 81% success. They've also had 8 assists, 15 rebounds, and 4 steals. The Mastodons 13 of 33 from the floor for 39%, just 2 of 10 behind the arc for 20%, but they have hit all 5 of their free throws. They've also had 5 assists. They've out-rebounded St. Bonaventure 20-15. That's a good sign. And they have 3 steals. Individually, well, your leader for St. Bonaventure is Dana Mitchell with 16, Caitlin Murray with 11 I should say, and Andrea Donath with 5. And for IPFW, Jonna Lewis Carlisle with 15 points, Natalie Roberts with 8, and Chelsea Jackson with 4. But bottom line, with 20 minutes having been played and 20 minutes still left to be played, IPFW on the short end of a 39-33 score, and they really don't want to celebrate Christmas on a 4-game losing streak. We'll see what happens as, again, we are at halftime. IPFW down to St. Bonaventure 39-33, and we're back to the Hilliard Gates Sports Center in just a moment right here on College Access Television.
That vote was all right. You know, if she continues to spill product at a rate of 3 per hour, unit cost, say 60 cents. Factor in breakage, downtime, lost sales, you're looking at $2,400 a month. Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne. One university, 2 great names.
What's it like when you hear your calling? Will you remember where you were? Will you ignore it? Or will you listen? What if it calls you to go halfway around the world? To share your skills, to serve people you've never met, to do things you never thought you could. What will you do when you hear your calling? Peace Corps, life is calling. How will you go?
and it's halftime here at the Hilliard Gate Sports Center. IPFW trailing St. Bonaventure 39-33. This is a non-conference game, and yes, IPFW is in a conference, the Summit League, and we're going to take a look at the standings in the Summit League because there have been a couple of games already played in the conference, and action will resume after the first of the year. But IPFW getting off to a great start in conference play, as there you see the standings. Oakland, Oral Roberts, IPFW all 2-0. IPFW's wins have come over Southern Utah and UMKC. There you see Western Illinois 1-0, North and South Dakota State each 1-1. IUPUI and UMKC 0-1, and Southern Utah and Centenary 0-2. And then you see the overall records on the right-hand side. Oakland 8-3, Oral Roberts 7-4, and IPFW 4-6. The next action in the conference for the women's team will be in January, the first Saturday in January, which is the 5th. They'll be at South Dakota State. Then they'll play at North Dakota State on Monday the 7th. And on the way back from Fargo, North Dakota, they'll make a stop in Detroit and play the University of Detroit, who they lost to on Friday night. A rematch against the Titans will be on Wednesday, January 9th. That is a 7 p.m. tip. And I can give you a little reminder, all of those games can be heard over the internet at gomastodons.com. IPFW would like to rally from this 6-point halftime deficit. As you see the St. Bonaventure team huddling up around their 8th-year head coach, Jim Crowley. IPFW thus far in the season when trailing at halftime 0-6, so they'd like to break that string if they can. Second half will begin with St. Bonaventure having the basketball. The original starters will be on the floor for both teams. For St. Bonaventure, that's Dana Mitchell, Erica Schiefen, Tiara Johnson, Caitlin Murray, and Andrea Donath. And for IPFW, that'll mean John Lewis Carlisle, Sarah Haluska, Jordan Zook, Tina Moen, and Natalie Roberts. In case if you didn't hear it at the start of the telecast, Samantha Edwards, the 6-foot redshirt sophomore from Okemos, Michigan, that normally starts, is ill today, and she is not even dressed, so we wish her the best of luck. And while we get a chance there, as you look at some of the members of the crowd here at the Gates Center, St. Bonaventure hurting as well. Their 3-year starting point guard, Priscilla Edwards, out for the year with an injury. Happened 2 days before the first game. And Ashley Edwards, who had missed most of the season, played Friday night and re-injured her ankle. So here we go. St. Bonaventure in the brown uniforms will be going from left to right on your TV screen here in the second half. They have a 6-point lead. IPFW again starts out man-to-man coverage defensively. They swing the ball around. Murray trying to get Mitchell. Mitchell's going to be picked up by Sarah Haluska. Inside feed, 10 on the shot clock. Give and go to Mitchell. Shot off the rim, no good. Natalie Roberts snaps down the rebound. Their second board, and here come the Dons. Sarah Haluska to Timoen. Tina's going to take it strong off the glass. No, a little strong, too strong there. And Johnson is fouled, and who are they going to call the foul on? Tina? Third foul on Tina Moen. Feet got tangled up. First team foul here in the second half. So we played 40 seconds, St. Bonaventure. So you see Chris Paul talking to Erica Harriman, one of our 3 officials today. Here is Tiara Johnson with the basketball. Work it around. Schiefen. 12 on the shot clock. Here is Murray just inside the 3-point arc, knocks it down. Caitlin Murray had a nice first half. Now she gets the first points of the second half. 41-33. The St. Bonaventure lead is 8. Lewis Carlisle off the rim, no. Mitchell with the rebound. She averages 6.5 rebounds a game. Johnson, and she travels. Boy, that has been a common call today on both teams. 6 turnovers now on St. Bonaventure. IPFW's turned it over 8 times. Julianne Huna, 6'3" senior from Halle, Germany, making her first appearance of the afternoon for IPFW. Tina Moen with 3 fouls checks out. Julianne Huna had 10 points in the game Friday night against Detroit. And there's a lob pass inside for Julie. Shot is no good. Back comes St. Bonaventure. Donath, she'll pull up from about 16, no good. Roberts with the rebound. 18-10 left in the second half. 41-33 our score. IPFW trailing by 8. Huna, double team. Kicks it out. Lewis Carlisle off the glass and in. Nice feed, nice work there by John Lewis Carlisle. And she now has 17 points. Murray for 3. Somebody's got to watch her. Johnson, that is her second, team first and second half. Kayla Kovac in for Natalie Roberts. Julianne Huna will inbound it. Now momentary break as Kara Gustafson comes in for St. Bonaventure, replacing Tiara Johnson. And you see Kara, 5'10" freshman from Omaha, Nebraska. And now we're ready to go. Julianne Huna inbounds it. John Lewis Carlisle is going to take it all the way. Misses the shot. Ball knocked out of, kept alive by Jonna. Now they say she stepped on the end line. So the ball goes over to St. Bonaventure. IPFW now has committed 9 turnovers. Dana Mitchell bringing the ball up. Gustafson, underneath for Schiefen. Shot rolls off the rim, no. Mitchell with the putback, no good, but there is a whistle and a foul. And Sarah Haluska will be charged with her second personal. Second team foul of the second half. And Dana Mitchell, who was 2 for 2 from the free throw line in the first half, gets a couple of more. And the first one is good. We mentioned she is a 82% free throw shooter. And she now has 17 points, getting close to her season average of 19. Second free throw is also good. 46-35, I believe that's the largest lead for St. Bonaventure today, 11 points. Kovac wants to drive on Mitchell, gives it to Huna. Julie throws it back out. Lewis Carlisle takes it strong, too strong off the glass. Rebounded by Gustafson. And they work it around on the perimeter. Schiefen, top of the key. You get it to Murray. 15 on the shot clock. Wayward pass for Mitchell, but she retrieves it. Gets it back to Murray. They throw it around. Schiefen, a left-handed 3 is good. First points of the day for Erica Schiefen. And now the Bonnies have opened up a 14-point lead. Huna, right-hand hook shot, misses the mark. Less than 16 minutes to go here at the Gates Center. St. Bonaventure up 49-35. Erica Schiefen, top of the key. Gustafson looking for somebody in a brown uniform. 5 on the shot clock. Looks. Murray knocks down a 3 at the last second. Second tray of the second half, 4th of the game for Caitlin Murray. She now has 19 points to lead all scores. Coming up on the 15-minute mark. Boy, banging down low between Mitchell and Kovac. And now another foul is going to be called opposite side. And they're going to call Donath for the foul. That is her first, and we have a timeout on the floor. 14:57 left here at the Gates Center. It's St. Bonaventure 52, IPFW 35, and you're watching IPFW Women's Basketball on CATV.
Mom, Dad, you know we love kids, and I've made a decision that will totally change my life. Cameron's too. It's a huge responsibility, leading someone into, who knows, communication or science or math. That's what life's all about, right? Learning so you can pass on knowledge to younger minds. Dad, Mom, I want to be a teacher.
Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne. One university, two great names.
Life is good, but with a master's degree from IPFW, it could be even better. You could land a promotion, earn more money, become a leader in your field. And IPFW makes it easy. With affordable tuition, night and weekend classes, and more than 20 graduate programs from business to education to public affairs and more. Become the master of your future. Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne, your graduate university.
$52-35. Chelsea Jackson checks in for IPFW. She'll inbound the basketball. And here's Courtney Reed, who also is on the floor. Johnny Lewis Carlisle drives the lane, shot off the rim, and they're going to call Natalie Roberts for being over the back. And from Natalie, that is her third foul, third team foul on IPFW. Well, St. Bonaventure has established the lead, and they're trying to add to it. On the floor is Mallow. Work it for them the perimeter and look for a cutter. Donath. Gustafson, 10 on the shot clock. Inside feed. 3 on the shot clock. 4 shot, no good by Mallow, and IPFW pulls down the rebound. Chelsea Jackson. Reed lobbing it into Roberts. Natalie double team, gets the shot off, but doesn't go, but she is fouled and she'll shoot a couple. And the foul is going to be on Erica Schief, and that's her second, team second. Natalie Roberts was 2 of 2 at the free throw line in the first half. She had 8 points in the first 20 minutes, exceeding her season average of 3.2. And she's good on the first one. And it's our score, 52-36. Natalie Roberts, 6'1" senior out of Connorsville, Indiana. Left-handed free throw is on the way, and good. She's 4 of 4 at the line today. 52-37 with 14 minutes to go. Gustafson, watched by Chelsea Jackson. Good defense. Donath wants to drive on Roberts. Knocks it down and draws the foul. Is it on Roberts or is it on Courtney Reed? Oh, they're going to call Kovac. Foul's on Kayla, her second, team fourth. And Andrea Donath will try to complete a conventional three-point play. St. Bonaventure, as we said, won 16 games last year, and they're going for win number 10 here today, and the free throw is good. 55-37. The Bonnie lead is 18. Roberts in a low block, turnaround shot, gets the friendly roll. Natalie with a dozen. Now let's see if IPFW can play some defense. They need a bunch of stops. Inside, Schiffen misses the shot. Oh, Jackson hit the floor hard. Let's hope Chelsea's okay. She gets up quickly. Let's see, the foul was called on Kara Gustafson, her second, team third. So here comes IPFW up the floor. Down by 16. Tina Moen back on the floor, a little baseline drive and gets the friendly bank off the glass and in. Tina with her second basket. 55-41, bit by pitch. Jackson tries to force a turnover and she does. Good hustle by the freshman out of Flint, Michigan, Chelsea Jackson. Forces the 7th St. Bonaventure turnover of the afternoon. IPFW with a chance to further dent what now is a 14-point deficit. They scored the last 4 points. Moen over Donath, shot a little strong. Rebound Schiffen. Tina Moen did what she thought she could do. The shot just didn't go down. Mallow on the wing. Skip pass to Gustafson. Spin move. Shot no good. They let it go. Rebound by Murray. Caitlin Murray will try a three. That's no good. Gustafson and Reed fighting for it. Gustafson gets it. Misses. Chelsea Jackson hustles in. Both she and Gustafson hit the floor. It'll be a jump ball and possession will go to IPFW. .12:06 left. It's 55-41. St. Bonaventure with the lead. And IPFW going from right to left on your TV screen here in the second half with the basketball. Jordan Zoop with the ball. And there's Courtney Reed. Tried to hit Roberts. Oh, errant pass, but a foul called underneath. And that's going to be on Erica Schiffen. That's her third. Team fourth, and that brings us to a timeout. 11:49 left on this Sunday afternoon. Bonnie's 55, the Mastodons 41. And we're back at the Gates Center with more IPFW women's basketball in a moment right here on CA TV.
Do you have everything you need? Paper, pencils? We only ask that you do your best. I made you a snack.
Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne. One university, two great names.
Salam.
Yeah.
Salam. Hey, what?
Hey there.
Mir. Shanti.
We all want the same thing.
Peace.
And Rotary clubs
Sorry.
are making it happen. Through international scholarships for young people to promote peace and understanding around the world. Rotary. Humanity in motion.
There you see IPFW with the basketball. They get the ball to Tina Moen, and Tina banks it off the glass and in. Her second basket of the day. The Dons now with the ball, and a long three-point shot off the rim by Zook. Chelsea Jackson, smart play, knocks it off the leg of Megan Ellis, who's on the floor for St. Bonaventure. It'll be IPFW ball. Chelsea Jackson has played very well today for the Dons. And now we got a foul away from the ball. Foul's going to be on Armelia Horton. That's her second, team fifth. 11:43 left. IPFW trailing 55-41. Jackson wants to drive, forces a shot up, doesn't get it, but she draws the foul. She'll shoot a couple. And the foul again is on Megan Ellis. It's her second, team sixth. Chelsea Jackson has gone to the line 9 times this year, and she has hit 3 of them. And that one's perfect. Chelsea now with 5 points. Makes it 55-42. She has another one coming. It's in the air, and it is good. The deficit is now 12, and IPFW is 9 of 9 at the foul line today. Tiara Johnson back on the floor for St. Bonaventure, as is Dana Mitchell, who has the basketball. Again, the Bonnies working on the perimeter and try to pound it down low, and we got some bumping. They're going to call the foul on Jonna Lewis Carlisle. That is her first, team 5th. Dana Mitchell watched by Tina Moen as IPFW stays in a man-to-man defense. Horton looking for a teammate to throw it to. 15 on the shot clock. Now 10. Horton backing down Lewis Carlisle. Turnaround jumper's good. Amelia Horton, 2 field goals and 3 free throws for 7 points. Lewis Carlisle to Moen, and Cena loses it. Picked up by Dana Mitchell. Bonnies want to run a little bit. Oh, a little collision, but no foul called. A little break for Chelsea Jackson. She knocks it out of bounds. 10:35 left at St. Bonaventure, up by 14, 57-43. Andrea Donath to inbound it. Here's Horton, watched by Chelsea Jackson. Johnson with 10 on the shot clock. Back to Horton, and her three-pointer is no good, but Donath with an offensive rebound. Fresh 30 for St. Bonaventure. Nearing a 10-minute mark. Skip pass, Mitchell from 12. That's short, but rebounded by us. Last 2 shots by St. Bonaventure. They've missed it, but they've got offensive rebounds, and now a travel called on Armelia Horton. 9:50 to go. Kayla Kovac in for Natalie Roberts. She will inbound it to Jordan Zoop. And the freshman from Aliquippa, PA, brings it up over midcourt. Chelsea Jackson drives amongst 3 players. Shot no good. She hits the deck, no foul. Mitchell with the rebound, and she's going to kick it off. Johnson on Lewis Carlisle, misses the shot, and Johnny gets the rebound. Back the other way. Johnny tries to go coast. And she does not make the shot, but before the shot, a foul was called on Andrea Donath. That's team foul number 7, so John Lewis Carlisle will go to the foul line. 9:25 left. Caitlin Murray in, Megan Ellis out. John Lewis Carlisle 1 for 1 from the line today. Again, we mentioned she's an 80% free throw shooter, and she knocks the first one down there. She will get the bonus. Jonna now with 18 points. She had 15 in the first half. Make it 19 as the second one is good. The Dons a perfect 11 of 11 from the stripe. They'd like to get there more often in this final 9 minutes and change. The lead is 12, 57-45 for the Bonnies of St. Bonaventure. Donath, lob pass, Mitchell underneath. She makes it, and she is fouled. First field goal of the second half for Dana Mitchell. And the foul is on Tina Moen, and that is her 4th. Good eye contact that time as well. Dana Mitchell at the foul line. And knocks it down. She is 5 for 5 at the stripe. 60-45 with 9 minutes to go. The lead back up to 15. Bumping between Kovac and Mitchell in the block. Lewis Carlisle inside for Kovac. Wants to drive on Mitchell. Forces a shot up and draws the foul. Good effort by Kayla Kovac, freshman. It's the second personal on Mitchell. Kayla Kovac will shoot 2. First time at the foul line today. And the first one is good. Hannah Tiki, Sarah Halaska, and Courtney Reed come in. Chelsea Jackson, Tina Moen, Johnny Lewis Carlisle sit down. One more free throw coming for the 6-foot freshman from Lakewood, Ohio, and she knocks it down. Free throws keeping IPW within shouting distance, 60-47 with 8:45 to go. Mitchell almost playing a point forward now. Horton wants to drive. Murray, left-hand shot, strong. Kovac with the board. Here comes Jordan Zoop up the floor. The Dons want to run. But St. Bonaventure's ready for him. Tiki from 16, that's off the mark. The rebound, Amelia Horton. Nice play by Zoop, anticipating the pass intended for Mitchell. Jordan waits for her teammates to get into position. Gets the back, launches a 3, off the rim, no. Rebounded by Horton, who hands it off to Andrea Donath. 7:50 to go. The Bonnies up 60-47. IPFW hitting just 33% of their shots. It's been a bugaboo lately. Horton wants to drive on Courtney Reed, pulls up, 6-footer, no. Rebound Zoop. Jordan had 7 rebounds Friday night against Detroit. She's going to take it herself. Left-hand shot, no good, but she draws the foul. And let's see who they call it on. They're going to call it on Armelia Horton, and that's 3 on her. Breaking the action here at the Gates Center. 7:25 left here in the second half. It's St. Bonaventure 60, IPFW 47. And we'll return with more IPFW women's basketball in a moment right here on CATV.
Living with diabetes is the pits. When I wake up, the first thing I have to do is check my blood sugar. I just want to feel like all the other kids without pricking my fingers or injecting myself with insulin.
Diabetes is rough on my whole family.
When I was diagnosed, my mom couldn't stop crying. But imagine a cure.
Right now, as many as 3 million children and adults are living with type 1 diabetes. They will never outgrow it. Some will face complications like kidney failure, blindness, and heart disease. That's why the science the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation is supporting is so critical. Imagine a cure.
Welcome back, everybody, to IPFW women's basketball. 7:25 left in the second half. St. Bonaventure on top by 13, but Jordan Zoop misses the first of 2 free throws, and that snapped a string. IPFW had hit 13 free throws in a row. Here comes number 2, and that's good. So 1 out of 2 for the freshman out of Aliquippa. She has 3 points. She will sit down. Nan Moore, the junior out of Detroit, Michigan, will replace her. Dons down by a dozen with 7:20 left. Tara Johnson with the basketball for St. Bonaventure. To Donath. To Mitchell. Mitchell with 21 points here today, 2 more than her season average. Caitlin Murray's had a big game. 7 minutes to go. Donitz for 3. No. Rebound, Hanatiki of IPFW. So let's see if IPFW can shave into this deficit. Reed, lob pass to Roberts. Quick shot off the rim, no. Rebounded Caitlin Murray. Murray now, that's her first rebound to go along with 19 points. Less than 6.5 minutes. Mitchell kicks it out. Murray behind the arc. 7 on the shot clock. Donith, pull-up shot short. A rebound, Hanatiki. Dons want to run. Well, now they hold it up. Man Moore at the point guard. Alaska. Cyril trying to back down Dana Mitchell. 10 on the shot clock. Moore to Haluska. Ball knocked away. Scrum on the floor. There'll be a jump ball. Possession goes to St. Bonaventure. Yep, good D by the Bonnies. Get credit where credit is due. They clog the lanes. Piramalo checks in for St. Bonaventure. Chelsea Jackson checks in for IPFW. 5:46 to go. It's 60-48 St. Bonaventure. Johnson now near top of the key. Gustafson. Perimeter passing by the Bonnies. Mallow trying to back down Roberts. Kicks it out. Murray. No. Reed with the rebound. Courtney looking up the floor. Moore to Roberts. The spin move. The left-hand hook shot. No. We have a whistle on the play. And Kara Gustafson's going to be called for her 3rd foul. 10th team foul, so double bonus for IPFW the rest of the way. Chelsea Jackson, who's 2 of 2 at the line already today, getting 2 more. Short on the first one. Chelsea going for point number 7, which I believe would be a career high. And she does get it. 60-49. The lead has been trimmed to 11. Johnson coast to coast, misses the shot but draws the foul. Chelsea Jackson picks up her first, team 7th. And Tiara Johnson will shoot 2, her first trip to the line today. On the season, she's just a 48% free throw shooter, and this is the first. St. Bonaventure now 13 of 16 at the line. Second one is good. Johnson with 3 points. And the lead is back up to a dozen with 5 minutes to go. Roberts, low block. Shot no good. Gets her own rebound. Puts it back up and in. 14 points for Natalie Roberts. IPFW down by 10. It's the closest they've been in a long time. And now a good hustle by Nan Moore trying to create the turnover. 4:38 left. Dana Mitchell checks back in for the Bonnies. That last basket by Natalie Roberts has given her a career high of 14 points. Bounce pass to Gustafson. Johnson early looking, trying to get Mitchell in the low block. Instead, 3-point shot, no good, but following it is Schieffelin, and she misses the putback. Lewis Carlisle with the rebound. Well, missed Trey, a missed Deuce. Let's see if IPFW can capitalize. Reed forces the shot up, gets the friendly bounce. Courtney Reed gets her first points, and IPFW now is drawn to a 8, and they've caught a 30-second timeout. Chris Paul now with 2 timeouts left. Let's take a quick break. It's a 30-second break, but we're back in a moment here on CATV.
Pizza! Must eat. Wait, what is this? Capsicum annum? Agaricus bisporus? Allium cepa?
Can we eat this?
Peppers, mushrooms, and onions. Eat your pizza, man. Honey.
Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne. One university, 2 great names.
Tell me what's bothering you.
As a hot dog, I know I'm responsible for some bad things. Now they say my cholesterol is a risk factor for stroke.
And how does that make you feel?
Like a big weenie.
High cholesterol is an important risk factor for strokes. Eating right and exercising can help. But National Stroke Association wants you to know that even the healthiest people are at risk. So ask your doctor about medicines that can lower cholesterol, like statins. It's even more important if you've already had a stroke. Visit stroke.org today.
Welcome back, everybody. IPFW down just by 8, 61-53 with 4:12 and counting. Kira Johnson being hounded by Chelsea Jackson as she crosses midcourt. Oh my, Chelsea dove for the ball, and they're going to call a foul on her. And Chris Paul is beside himself. Second foul on Chelsea. 8th team foul. Andrea Donath, who was 4 of 4 so far at the free throw line today, shooting 1 and 1. There's a good look at the 5'11 sophomore, and she gets the fortuitous roll. She'll get the bonus. Donath played the same high school that IPFW assistant coach Jenny Green played at, Lansing Catholic. And that free throw is good as well. And the lead back up to 10 as we are under 4 minutes. John Lewis Carlisle. Fall away jumper. That's off the rim. No. Roberts fighting for the rebound. And she, good play. Schiffin got the ball, but stepped on the line. And we have a official timeout. 3:50 left here in Fort Wayne. It's St. Bonaventure on top of IPFW, 63-53. We're back.
I guess I'm like most kids. I work hard, I go to class, and I want a degree that's going to mean something. I had offers from other universities, but I wanted the best out of my college choice. I wanted a great education and the campus life to go with it. Student housing, Division I sports, I found it all right here at IPFW. Hey, this is my university, my life, so it's got to feel right. I'm really glad I chose IPFW. I love it here. Go to the website.
Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne. One university, 2 great names.
What can dinosaur tracks teach us about those long extinct creatures? On this month's edition of IPFW Up Close, we'll discuss Professor Jim Farlow's recent trip to Spain to track those tracks. Do teachers teach differently from one country to another? Professor Jeff Nowak was in Macedonia this summer teaching teachers to teach. We'll talk to him about that experience and about the new NISTEM program. And we'll talk with the campus coordinator of the United Way Fund Drive to find out more about where your contributions are going. Join me, Susan Alderman, for IPFW Up Close, Sundays at noon.
Welcome back for what should be an exciting final 3 minutes and 50 seconds. IPFW, which has never led, and they have been behind by as many, I believe, as 20, trailing by 10, but they have the basketball. Chelsea Jackson, a career-high 7 points. John Lewis Carlisle now, she's got 19. Inside to Roberts. Natalie forces a shot up, no good. Fight for the loose ball, and it's pulled down by Erica Schiffin of St. Bonaventure. Kira Johnson will be picked up by Chelsea Jackson. Donath. Blocked by Roberts. We got a whistle away from the ball. And Chelsea Jackson has just picked up her 3rd foul. 9th team foul. Substitutions. Jordan Zoop, Hanatiki in for IPFW. Caitlin Murray back in for St. Bonaventure. Tiara Johnson, 1 of 2 at the line so far today, will shoot 1 and 1. First one rattles around the rim and drops. The Bonnies are now 17 of 20 at the line. That's not a bad percentage, 85%. Here comes the second, and that's clean as a whistle. Johnson with 5 points. The lead is 12, 55-53. IPFW just about in a position where they've got to score every time out. Jackson off the glass and in. Third field goal for Chelsea. She now has 9 points. The lead back down to 10 with just under 3 minutes to go. Mitchell, well, they're going to want the ball in her hands a lot. Baseline drive by Sheafin, and oh, she loses the ball, but Bonnie's can recover it. 8 on the shot clock. Mitchell's going to drive on Zoop and draw the foul. For Jordan, that is her second personal. 10th team, so now double bonus both way the rest of this game. And Dana Mitchell, who's a perfect 5 of 5 so far at the stripe, getting 2 more opportunities. And she came into the game, 82% success rate. And the first one is good. So Bonaventure has 3 players in double figures. Second free throw, good as well. And now St. Bonaventure calls a 30-second timeout. So Jim Crowley wants to have his defense set up here with 2:39 to go. Learn more about Mastodon Sports by tuning into Mastodon Spotlight each Wednesday and Friday here on College Access Television. Here's Truly reviews the recent IPFW sports activities. We look at game footage and visit with coaches and players as well. Again, that's Mastodon Spotlight now in its 9th year. You see it on Wednesdays at 7:30 and Fridays at 6:30 right here on College Access Television. St. Bonaventure, they have turned the ball over just 9 times today. IPFW has only turned it over 11, both teams well under their season averages. But the Bonnies have knocked down 20 out of 23 free throws. One reason why they are up by 12 with 2:35 to go. Chelsea Jackson, what a game she has had. Wants to drive on Caitlin Murray. Forces a shot up, it's blocked out of bounds. Mastodons still have possession. 2:20 left, 18 on the shot clock. Zoop will inbound it. Kicks it all the way out to Jackson. Jonna Lewis Carlisle, boy, she can light it up, especially from the outside, but she's going to drive it. Shot up, no good, but we've got a whistle and a foul. And the foul is on Tiara Johnson. That's her 3rd. So Jonna Lewis Carlisle will go to the line to shoot a couple. Jonna with 19 points. Make it 20 as the first one is good. Sarah Haluska, Nan Moore check in. Hanatiki, Natalie Roberts check out. 67-56. One more free throw coming for the senior from Lexington, Kentucky. It's in the air, and that's off the iron, no good. Rebounded by Sheafin. Double teamed is Donath, and there's a foul, I believe, on Haluska. Sarah now with 3 personals. 2:16 left, 67-56 St. Bonaventure. Andrea Donath at the line. She's 6 out of 6 at the line today. First one is good. I'll tell you, these Bonnies can really knock down the free throws. Hanatiki, Courtney Reed, and Jessica Tubert. Jessica, first appearance. She's a 5'6" junior transfer out of Jonesville, Michigan. One more free throw coming for Andrea Donath. That one's no good. Rebounded by Tiki. Gives it to Zoop. Quickly up the floor. Jordan Zoop, watched by Murray. She's going to drive on Murray, and she is fouled by Murray. First foul on Caitlin. 2:05 left. Jordan Zoop is 1 out of 2 at the line today. And there's going to be some more substitutions on both sides here after this first of 2 free throws. And the first one is good. Haluska, Moore, and Jackson in. Could be a shuttle service these final 2:05. Second free throw also good by Jordan Zoop. She now has 5 points. 68-58 with 2 minutes to play. Mitchell being watched by Haluska. Bonnie's going to try to put some clock down. Johnson watched by Jackson. Donath to Murray, 10 on the shot clock. Murray watched by Lewis Carlisle, hands it off to Donath. Donath spin move. In the lane, feeds for Mitchell. Ball, ball knocked away by Haluska, but they're going to call Sarah for the foul. Her 4th. Bad break for the Dons because the ball was tipped to John Lewis Carlisle, who was starting to move. Dana Mitchell at the line for 2. And the first one is no good. That is her first miss after knocking down 7 in a row. Reed, Tubert, Tiki in. Jackson, Haluska, and Moore out. 1:39 left. Dana Mitchell trying to make it an 11-point lead for St. Bonaventure. And she does. Sophomore now with 24 points. 95 seconds left. The Dons down by 11. Lewis Carlisle, pass intended for Zoop, knocked away, picked up by Mitchell. And Zoop has to commit the foul. It's 3 on Jordan. So back we go to the free throw line. There you see Chris Paul and Jim Crowley, the 8th-year coach at St. Bonaventure. Mitchell knocks down the first. Makes it 70-58. And the second. Quite a day for Dina Mitchell. 26 points. Zoop will launch a 3. Off the rim, no. Moore fighting for the rebound. They could have called jump ball. Possession stays with IPFW with 1:18 left. And Moore crashing the boards there. Zoop to inbound it. To Tubert. Tiki for 3, yes! Timeout called IPFW. And a Tiki first field goal of the afternoon, and it's a 3 ball. 1:13 left. The lead cut to 10, 71-61. Let's see. Possession arrow favors St. Bonaventure. Both teams in the double bonus. Timeout situation, St. Bonaventure with 3, IPFW with 1. And there are just 73 ticks on the clock left in this one. And we will see what develops. Trying to get a quick look to see what Dana Mitchell's career high is. It's a season high for her today, the 26 points. Previous high was 23 against Niagara. 32 is her career high for points scored in the game. Donath to try to inbound it. Does get it into Mitchell. Being hounded by Chelsea Jackson. Gets it to Johnson. IPFW trying to pressure the defense. Nearly a steal by Moore. Jump ball called. The possession arrow stays with St. Bonaventure with 1:04 left. You had Haluska and Jackson doing some triple teaming. Donath again inbounds it to Mitchell. Mitchell back to Donath. And she's fouled by Jessica Tubert with exactly 1 minute showing on the clock. Well, one thing you can definitely say about IPFW women's basketball is that there is no quit in them. We're behind by 6 at halftime. St. Bonaventure started the second half out on a 13-2 run. First free throw by Donath is no good. Courtney Reed back in for Nan Moore. We also got Tiki, Zoop, Haluska, Tubert. Garrett Johnson back on the floor for St. Bonaventure. Murray's on the floor. One more free throw for Donath. And that's good. 72-61. Final minute of regulation. Zoop takes it to the glass, knocks it up and in. 72-63. Foul by Tubert, trying to get the steal off Caitlin Murray. Second foul on Jessica. 51.6 seconds left. Caitlin Murray is 1 out of 2 at the free throw line today. Just a 60% foul shooter, so let's see what happens here. Here's the first, and that's good. Murray now with 20 points in the game. A 5'8" junior out of Harrisburg, PA. Make it 21 as the second one is good as well. The lead is 11 with 46 seconds left. Tiki a launch at 3. No. Zoop with the putback. No. Fight for the rebound. Pulled off by Gustafson to Mitchell, who is fouled by Tiki. Don's had 2 cracks at it. And Dana Mitchell will walk to the free throw line. You know, she has done at the line today is hit 10 out of 11. Shooting 2 more. First one in and out, no good. 39.6 seconds left. Free throw number 2, and that's good. 75-63, the Dons got to bring it up in a hurry and score in a hurry. Zoop forcing a shot up, no good, knocked out of bounds by Tubert. It'll be, oh my. They say, it looked like it was knocked out by Jessica Tubert. They said it went off the arm of Caitlin Murray. A break for IPFW. Tiki gets the inbounds pass back to Zoop. Jordan will take it in and bank it off the glass and in. And IPFW calls their final timeout. 75-65 with 25.4 seconds left. And this will be a 60-second timeout. You see Chris Paul drawing up a play. A reminder that you can catch the latest Mastodon scores and stats. They're up available on the World Wide Web by going to GoMastodons.com. There you can check up on all the teams, the players, and you can also order tickets as well. Again, it's the official Mastodon Athletics website, GoMastodons.com. You can also listen to IPFW women's basketball when it's not on CATV as well. Yep, Chris Paul out of timeouts, 25.4 seconds left. And IPFW trailing by 10, 75-65. Jackson, Tubert, Haluska, Reed, and Nan Moore on the floor for IPFW. Donath, Mitchell, Johnson, Gustafson, and Murray on the floor for St. Bonaventure. Inbounds pass to Mitchell, back to Donath. Donath fouled by Jessica Tubert. That's 3 on the freshman. 20.8 seconds left. And we will see once again Andrea Donath at the free throw line. First one, off the rim, no good. One more free throw coming. And that one is good. 76-65. Jackson left hands it off the rim, no. Scrum underneath, it'll be a jump ball. Possession will go to IPFW with exactly 13 seconds left. Courtney Rito inbound it to Chelsea Jackson, and she'll just try to drive. Oh, kicks it off. Tubert, she forces a shot up. That's off the rim, no good. Murray and Jackson fight for the rebound, and a jump ball called with 4.9 seconds, and that'll go over to St. Bonaventure. And the Bonnies will try to run out these final just under 5 seconds. And Mitchell just hanging on to it. No foul. 3, 2, 1, and that's it. Final score this afternoon: St. Bonaventure 76, IPFW 65. Bonnies go to 10-2. Tigers drop to 4-7. We'll come back with a recap in a moment right here on CATV.
That book was all right. You know, if she continues to spill product at a rate of 3 per hour, unit cost, say 60 cents. Factor in breakage, downtime, lost sales, you're looking at $2,400 a month. Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne. One university, 2 great names.
The power's out, but you've planned ahead, and your food safety plan is on. You've stocked up on shelf-stable foods and a cabiner in case you're in the dark for a while. You don't open the fridge, foods there will be safe for up to 4 hours if the door stays closed. You keep the freezer shut too, and you've kept it full. A full freezer will keep food frozen for about 2 days. A half-full freezer, about 1 day. For longer outages, you move cold foods to an insulated cooler with plenty of ice or freezer gels, and you use a thermometer to ensure foods remain no higher than 40 degrees Fahrenheit. If the power returns quickly, you make sure freezer foods have ice crystals, and check foods in the refrigerator with a food thermometer to make sure they're at 40 degrees or below. If not, or if there's any doubt, throw it out. To learn more, log on to AskKaren.gov or call the U.S. Department of Agriculture's Meat and Poultry Hotline at 1-888-MP-HOTLINE. A message from USDA's Food Safety and Inspection Services.
Life is good, but with a master's degree from IPFW, it could be even better. You could land a promotion, earn more money, become a leader in your field. And IPFW makes it easy. With affordable tuition, night and weekend classes, and more than 20 graduate programs from business to education to public affairs and more. Become the master of your future. Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne, your graduate university.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Hilliard Gate Sports Center here on the campus of IPFW. I'm Mike Maz, and our Sunday afternoon women's basketball game is now on the books. And the visitors from Olean, New York, the St. Bonaventure Bonnies, defeat the home team, the IPFW Mastodons, by a score of 76-65. Again, it was a 6-point game at halftime. St. Bonaventure led 39-33, and they got out to a good start in the second half, went off on a 13-2 run to firmly take control. IPFW trailed by as many as 20 points in the second half. They did cut it. They got it to 10, but that would be as close as they could. And perhaps a little bit too much size and too many free throws, that's for sure, spelled the difference here this afternoon. Again, St. Bonaventure improves to 10-2. They now have won 5 games in a row, and all 5 of those are on the road. They're 5-2 on this 10-game road trip, and IPFW unfortunately loses their 4th straight. They drop to 4-7. Some highlights of this contest real quickly. You see a left-handed 3-point shot by Erica Schiefen of St. Bonaventure. Bonnie's again with the basketball, and Caitlin Murray, she had a season high today for herself, as did her teammate Dana Mitchell. Coming back, Chelsea Jackson, what a game she played, the freshman from Flint, Michigan. Her best game in a blue and white uniform. IPFW with the ball. Hannah Tiki, a long three late in the second half. And you see Jordan Zoop, the freshman from Aliquippa, left-handed shot off the rim and in. And let's take a quick look now at some of the final numbers. I can tell you real briefly that St. Bonaventure was 21 of 53 from the floor for just under 40%, 5 of 12 from three-point range for 42%, and they hit 29 of their 37 free throws for 78%. They also had 13 assists, 36 rebounds, and 7 steals. IPFW 22 of 67 from the floor, 33%, 3 of 16 from behind the arc, 18 to 21 at the line, 9 assists, 42 boards, and 5 steals. Individually, Dana Mitchell, 27 points, 21 for Caitlin Murray, and 13 for Andrea Donath. And for IPFW, John Lewis Carlisle with 20, Natalie career high 14. That's going to do it. Next action on CATV will be for the men's game on the 29th, a week from today, against North Florida. The next women's action, January 12th, against Centenary. That's going to do it. Again, our final score this afternoon from the Hilliard Gate Sports Center. St. Bonaventure 76, IPFW 65. I'm Mike Maz. For everybody here at CATV, have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thank you again for watching IPFW Women's Basketball. Again, next week, North Florida for the men's team, 2 o'clock. But until then, good afternoon from the Hilliard Gate Sports Center here on the campus of IPFW.